Hello, welcome this week to this week's edition of RN Champions. I'm Rodney G.B. Clements, and with me this week we have another excellent registered nurse, Tamara Woods. She represents Dreams Come True Productions. I would love to welcome you all and her to our show today. Hello, Tamara. How are you?
Hi, Rodney. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Yes, we can you tell us a little bit about what you are doing and what you'd like to share with us?
Okay. So I'm a registered nurse. Guys, I've been a nurse for 24 years and my specialty is hemodialysis. I've been doing dialysis, taking care of hemodialysis patients for over 19 years and also case management. But around 2009, I had decided that I wanted to feature nurses um, in a different light and if in a different setting. So I came up with the idea of RN Real Nurses. I originally wanted it to be a reality show, but we know with HIPAA and all of the government regulations with patient confidentiality, I didn't think that that would work. So I ended up writing and making it a scripted medical show. And I've completed my second episode, and that's where we are.
Wow, that is very interesting. I have not heard of a nurse doing that. I like the idea of showing real life examples of patients and people out in the community. It used to not be that big a deal, but now with all the privacy uh, considerations, you have to get consent, and that's a possibility, I
Right.
suppose. But tell us a little bit more about like one of your episodes, or what you're actually covering, or what actually happens, or what it is
Okay.
exactly.
So typically it's a show about five nurses, and I cover five nurses from all different nationalities, ethnicities, and so just to make it more global and make it real life, because we have male nurses in the industry now, international nurses, things like that. So the nurses will in the show they showcase their inner struggles, their ethical issues that they have at work, the challenges at work every day, long hours, short staffed. We're losing nurses today in the industry because of those ideal and those typical reasons. Nurses do have issues themselves. And so, in order to take care of people, patients, you have to take care of yourself. But if you have family issues, family mental illness in your family, a lot of our nurses are caregivers. You have all kinds of issues. So that's sort of kind of what the show is about, is just showing the challenges and the triumphs as well, as a nurse in and out of the hospital, at home with family and other coworkers as well. So one typical second episode actually is about several different things. We have a concept where there's a nurse and she's married to a doctor, and she catches him having an affair. So, she's
Wow.
suspecting that he's having an affair with another nurse. Then we have another issue where there's a nurse, she's dealing with family dynamics with her husband. He's wanting to take and get child custody of their two kids, and how she's juggling that, working and trying to pursue a secondary education and a post education of going back for her master's. So that's one issue. Then there's another nurse, because we break and go to another scene, that a nurse that's struggling with uh prescription pills and being addicted to that, and possibly she lost her license and she's recovering, license were reinstated, and her trying to come back from that. So we show a lot of different aspects of the challenges with nursing.
Wow, that's great. I remember back in the 90s when I was working in the ER, the show ER came out, and that was a really popular show. And of course, it was
Right.
only an hour long, and I was in the ER for 12 or 14 hours. And but and now, of course, Grey's Anatomy and all these other programs that are very people are interested in the drama, but you're covering real life cases of people, right? In
Exactly.
different scenarios. So yeah, so it does bring it to light what's happening out there, good and bad. That's very
Right.
interesting, Miss Woods. Well, I I would love to see more about your show. You'll have to give us a little information. How do we find your show, or how do you where can we go to see this?
So
Or
So actually, with LinkedIn, the second episode is on there, and that's LinkedIn. And all you have to do is just Google or put in Tamara D. Woods, RN, and it comes up there. But you can see the full episode on YouTube. All you have to type in is RN, Real Nurses, just RN. The initials and then real nurses, spell that out. It comes up. I'm on Facebook, RN Real Nurses, and also on Instagram. I am RN underscore real nurses. Our biggest thing that we're trying to do is actually get a distribution deal and also investors. We did have Lamont Burrell, who was my DP, and he was my camera guy. He worked with Spike Lee. He's also worked with Alicia Keys and Wu Tang, just to name a few.
Wow, that's awesome, Tamara. Well, everyone should go check out on YouTube and LinkedIn and find Miss Woods. Uh, I want to thank you so much for joining us today, and let's stay in touch and see how we can help each other. Thank you so much for joining this week's edition of RN Champions.